So my dad used to do security. He used to own pubs and nightclubs, and he used to supply all the security to his own pubs and nightclubs. And as a small child, I would sometimes be allowed to sit on the cash desk and do the stamps. When you pay. Somebody else some blonde thing would do the money, and I'd get to do the stamps on the wrist. And people used to ask me, "What's your dad like? He must be kind of like a Greek Tony Soprano or something." I was like, "Well, yeah, I'll tell you the story." So I'm doing the stamps one night, and
how old were you?
I don't know, like 12 maybe or something. Probably younger, probably like 10. And there's an altercation at the front door. I mean, he'd get in so much trouble these days if I was on the desk, but there's an altercation at the front door. And there's all this rowdiness, and somebody says, "Get Nicky," and Nicky's my dad, so my dad kind of lumbers down, like Tony Soprano, if he was Greek and a bit less of a pussy, and he lumbers down and says, "What's going on? What's the problem here?" And they sort of have an argument, and Nicky says, "I'm sorry, mate, you're not coming in. If they said you're not coming in, you're not coming in." And the guy looks at my dad and says, "No one ever says no to you, do they, Nicky?" And my dad says, "People say no to me all the time. They say, 'No, Nicky, no!'" and then he knocks the guy out.
So wait a minute. Your dad has a working class yob accent, and you have that Ponzi faggy accent?
Well, my mother's very posh, and my mother sent me to good schools.
So your dad made money owning clubs, because we never really cracked Milo's background. We just know that he can go to Gamergate things in Miami and then fly over somewhere else and cancel flights willy-nilly.
Always on a plane, darling. It's terrible.
So isn't it weird, though, when you're like, "Darling, I absolutely adore you, Daddy. Would you like to procure some alcoholic beverages?" And your dad's like, "Yo, I'd like a pint of fucking Guinness, you fucking ponce."
That's basically what happens, yes. So I'll phone him up and I'll say,
"What's your relationship
Daddy,
with him like?"
I'll just say, "Daddy, how are you?" And he'll say,
"I'm doing all right."
"Well, son, I'm all right, son. I mean, things have been all right.
I'm all right. My fucking son's a ponce. Besides that, I'm doing all right. He's got a fucking tea cozy on his fucking head. He looks like a raisin took a shit in his hair."
Look, motherfucker. Look, I understand that, aside from your ridiculous facial hair, you don't put that much care into your appearance, but some of us,
you're
have
fucking
like
crazy, mate. I'm fucking primped and preened. Primped and fucking preened, I am.
If you say so.